What's up, Internet? Jeff and Mario here. Well, we had episode 3 of the Falcon and Winter Soldier, what I like to call the Sam and Bucky show, and this episode was called Power Broker. My 3 biggest takeaways from this episode are, we are definitely dealing with the repercussions of a post-blip world. We just thought the Avengers, they did the right thing, snap, and everybody's back. But a lot happened in that 5 years, and now we just basically had to insert a bunch of people in, and there's ramifications to that of messing with nature. And then 2, this is really showing up to be like the tie-in to like Captain America, Civil War, and Black Panther. We start touching into that because this is basically this corner of that universe. And then the third one is that super soldier serum, the triple S. That really is basically the linchpin of this entire thing of just like trying to figure out who should have it, who shouldn't have it. Is somebody going to roid rage when you take that? So Mario, let's just jump back in there. I don't want to hijack this entire conversation because I get very passionate.
Yeah, I know you're passionate about the show. I get it. I feel it.
Yeah, so it's just like that post-blip word, it's really hitting me hard that it's just like, did they do the right thing? Of course, it was awful that Thanos wiped out half the universe at once. Mm-hmm. But now that they just got plunked back in and just like basically they moved everything around. The world's changed in that 5 years. And now they're showing people in camps that are having trouble struggling to eat and find jobs. Like 5 years was a long time. And now it's just like, wow, it wasn't as clean of a happy ending as we thought.
Yeah, well, think about it. I mean, let's say so half the population's gone. That's 2.5 billion people are gone.
Gone.
For 5 years. So the population is cut in half. That changes everything, right?
Yeah.
Food supplies and things like that, water supplies, jobs. Like if half the population's gone, all of a sudden half the jobs are open and half of other people got those jobs.
Yeah.
But then they're back and they're getting their jobs back. People getting put out of, there's all kinds of things that happen because the way they set it up, if you think back to like Infinity War, I mean, at the end of that, you were shook, right?
Oh, yeah, very shook.
Half of everything gone, and you wanted them back. You wanted everything to come back. And then game jump to 5 years. You can see things are not going great. And so you want everything to go back to normal. But you get a sense like in Spider-Man Homecoming, everybody starts coming back, and it's kind of jarring. They're just thrown into the mix all of a sudden, and it's really disrupting everything.
Yeah.
Right? And even in that scene in WandaVision when everybody's coming back, when Monica Rambeau comes back.
Oh, yes.
You immediately get that indication of like, okay, everybody's back, but you've just reintroduced 2.5 billion people onto the planet.
Right? Yeah, you liken it to you lost a bunch of weight, and those clothes, it's like they don't fit anymore.
Yeah.
But now you're all of a sudden go back to your old body.
All of a sudden, can you imagine?
Clothes. Yeah. I just lost 2 billion pounds. It's just like, and now these pants fit really weird, make my butt look weird. Yeah. So, but yeah, that's big. It's just like, to me, it really struck that it's just like, I thought it was like the happy ending, right? Of just like, I am Iron Man, snap, everybody's back. But now all these stories, we've seen in WandaVision are splintering out and creating these really rich narratives and very uncertain, like head-scratching narratives. They're not black and white. This is a gray world, and what happens with it. And we see that with the Carly character, right? It's just like, I feel like she was they were almost setting her up to be a sympathetic baby face, because you're like, oh man, she seems to be struggling in this post-blip world, even though somebody juiced her up. Right. So, and she went full heel on this. Yeah. She is.
She's blowing people up.
Yeah, she blew people up.
No sympathy.
So, yeah, so that was a big one for me. The second thing is just, it really hit me of just like, this really does feel like a sequel to, quasi-sequel, cousin sequel to Civil War, right? Because obviously we had the breakout of the Hannibal Lecter of this season. With
he was the bad in Civil War, right? So he's
bad,
back immediately.
And he's way more how Zemo that you expected. I think I called him Nemo. This is like, oh, there you go, finding Zemo. It's just like, there's a meme right there.
Disney's gonna steal it.
Yeah, they can steal from themselves, right? They just took it out of the left pocket and put it in the right. But it really does feel like that they're taking off from here, and with a little bit, and we'll get a little bit into this with the tying together with Black Panther, right?
Yeah.
They already started hinting to, calling Bucky the White Wolf, and then pointing out that's vibranium arm that he got there, and just like he had rest in Wakanda. And then this one, we had a very clear indication that this is tying together back to Wakanda.
Right. So, well, I mean, it makes sense, right? Because Civil War was also where Wakanda was introduced.
Right.
Black Panther was introduced, so it makes sense that they would double back on this story. Spoiler: we forgot to warn about spoilers, but
Yeah,
like,
so hopefully
if you haven't seen it, then go watch it.
yeah, we
But
don't
anyway,
have the footage.
we can't control time.
Yes, or can we? It's just like the stones are back in time, Tony. If we get the stones, we can change time.
So we get at the end, they hook up with Zemo. They're doing a thing. There's a lot. I'm jumping over stuff, but yeah.
Yeah,
Towards
that's
the end, we
okay.
get the reintroduction of what was her name?
Oh, that was Sharon Carter.
Sharon Carter. No, I'm talking.
Oh no, Io.
Io from Wakanda, yeah.
That's one of the Wakanda because they definitely like this was the third episode, right? That it was very clear that they were referencing it. And this one was clear, just like basically Sam telling Bucky, "You can't break Zemo out of prison." You know, he killed. You know, T'Chaka. You know, he built. You think the Wakandans forgot about that?
Right.
So they were just
That's
clear.
set up early, yeah.
Yeah, they set it up early.
But
so,
they've been setting up Wakanda for a while because they've been dropping
are.
the White Panther jokes and
Yeah. So I feel like that was clear that they were setting up, but it was very clear at the end where Bucky saw something and he followed basically the vibranium breadcrumbs.
Yeah.
That it's just like they basically word got out that Zemo was free and, you know, he killed their king,
Yeah.
you know. So, you know, T'Challa's father.
Right.
So it's just like they weren't going to just let that slide.
no, and you know they'd get word.
Yeah.
You know, one thing I was going to say that's funny. When you go back to the part where they broke Zemo out, I really like the way they did that. Where Bucky's giving him the lowdown on what they should do.
Oh, yeah.
And then you're seeing him doing it.
Right.
Right. And they set it up as if he's describing what he's going to do, but then you get to the end of that, it's like, well, I already did it.
Yes.
So all that just happened, and then Zemo just like walks up.
Yeah, that was great, and it was just like, you know, and we already likened this to Lethal Weapon, but that was Bucky's way of giving diplomatic immunity. It was just like he just plausible deniability,
Yeah.
right? That it's just like I basically avoided you from doing that, so because he knew that Sam probably wouldn't have been cool with it,
Right.
You know, and he wasn't, right?
He's
But
the wild card. He's the Riggs to his Murtaugh.
it's right, but you know, I think Zemo, we get. You know, we find out he's rich. I'm rich, bitch. It's just like he had the money, and they take him to the lair, and then it's just like he does promise that he can get them what they want. So
Yeah.
they start going there. We had the mask reveal that he got his hood back. You know, right before they go to Madripoor.
Right.
So there's just like that's where it's going to be. So they basically get on the breadcrumb of just like who's creating these super soldiers. And you know, and that gets into my third point. It's just like this really is that super soldier serum is the linchpin to this entire show, right?
Yeah.
They got it's the serum and the shield, I think, are the big parts of this show that are just like everybody's like, what are they in contrast to these two things that are basically representations that Captain America is no longer here? So what is John Walker with this shield, or what is Bucky, you know, if he's no longer Winter Soldier, or what is Sam without the serum and still trying to be your hero, and who are these rogue you know, flag smashers that do have the serum? So like
Right.
where is everybody in contrast to that? So I really do like that. It's just like without having Chris Evans actually here, it still feels like Captain America looms large.
They're in the shadow of Captain America.
They
for
are
sure.
in the shadow of it. And it's just like, and I feel that as a viewer in a completely parallel universe to that, I feel the shadow of Captain America over all of this.
Yeah.
So,
Well, it's like it makes you question too. What is it that makes you a superhero? Is it the serum or is it the shield?
yes. So,
You know,
Yeah.
you said, or I think we talked about this earlier, but like, does the serum make you better or does it make you more of what you are?
right. Does it just enhance it, right? It's just like, because are you going to roid rage when you're on this? And it's just like, and we've seen, you know, with Abomination and in the past, it's just like it doesn't always make you better.
I see a roid rage coming. Called
yeah.
John Walker.
John Walker's roid rage, right? It's just like he's basically going to be
That's episode 5 title.
yeah, because I mean, it's going to be if Captain America and Punisher had a baby. Because can you imagine? Like he's already somebody that is just like not afraid to shoot somebody or punch him in the mouth.
Yeah.
You know, what's going to happen when they actually juice that up? Is he going to take the serum? I feel like he's going to be tempted.
I think he's definitely going to take the serum because you get the sense he feels inadequate. Like he can't live up to the name, even though he should. See, it's funny. It's like a contrasting viewpoint, right? Sam thinks he's inadequate. He can't live up. he can't live up to the shield. He can't live up to the legacy. But John Walker was just handed to him.
Yeah.
They handed him the legacy, and he feels entitled.
Oh, absolutely.
That, hey, he even says so, right? I'm Captain America, right?
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
got that look on the. You got that.
Yeah, he
look.
said it. It's like, do you know who I am?
Do you know who I
he
am?
Actually
right?
said that in there.
So, like,
every asshole actor says that. You're just like, do you know who I am?
Yeah.
Oh, now I
do you know who my dad is?
Yeah.
No, but like, it's like he was handed this legacy. They just gave it to him after Sam gave it up because he felt it wasn't good enough. So he's trying to live up to that. So
yeah, I agree.
So I think that if the opportunity comes up for him to take the serum, I think he's taking it.
Oh, I absolutely think he's going to take it. I think he's going to look for that advantage. Like, if it's good enough for Captain America, who feels like a brother to me, even though I never met, it's good enough for me because I am worthy of this mantle. And because he just feels like, they have the whole global repatriation council, however they call it, just like he feels like, I don't know if he would feel for those people. That it was just like, well, you need to kind of, I feel like John Walker's the guy who's like, well, get your shit together. Like, what's the problem? He's like, I got my stuff together. Why don't you get your stuff together?
You're obviously poor because you don't work hard enough.
Yeah, it's just like, I feel like, and that rings very true in our reality. It's just like I don't feel like he would have that empathy.
Yeah.
And it's just like where it strings back to that beautiful line in Endgame. And it's just like when Sam's like, has the talking about the shield, how's it feel? It's like it feels like somebody else's, and he already started alluding to that. It's just like I don't feel worthy of this shield, and it's just like when somebody has that type of personality, I do feel like they would be the ones that would have more empathy because they would be able to humanize with somebody that they're trying to help, and I think Captain America recognized that right away.
Yeah, and that leads me to think that if Sam gets the opportunity to take the juice, I don't think he's taking it.
No, I don't think
so.
No. Yeah, because they alluded to, it's just like, I know they found the doctor when they let's get into the introduction of Sharon Carter.
Yeah.
Right, because they really did when they were on the trail of the serum and they came across
in Madripoor.
Yes, and she's now like an art heel,
right?
Where it's just like she was off the grid from Civil War, right? And just like, and now she's basically running an underground art ring,
something like that. But Bucky says all the artwork in the Louvre is fake, and this is the real shit.
Yeah, he said it's a work.
Yeah, the Louvre is a work.
The Louvre is a work.
So she shows up and kills 40 people?
Yes, with no problem.
No problem?
No problems at all. She's a badass.
Yeah.
She's a great character, but
they gave her she's only in that one scene, but they gave her an awesome action scene.
She didn't hesitate to go. She's a little jaded from having to be underground for all this time.
It seemed a little violent for Disney, honestly.
It was, yeah.
She was stabbing people and shooting people point blank.
Throwing knives.
Yeah.
Throwing knives, punching people in the neck. But yeah, so to go back to your point about like, would Sam take the serum? I feel like this is going to be the question for everybody who's a part of this show right now, right?
Yeah. And it sounds like there's only 20 and the Flag Smashers took 8.
Yes.
So there's 12 left.
There's 12.
Because Doc didn't survive the episode.
No, he did not. And Isaiah already has it in his system, right? So there's just like, we know he's the other super soldier that we've seen on camera that has it. So it's going to be interesting how that plays out. And then they got 3 more episodes, and this just feels like a portion of the movie.
Where do you think it's going? I have a prediction.
Oh,
I want to end on a prediction because I think it's a good one.
I don't know if it's going to be a clean finish, but I don't know. Like, it's funny, they showed in the original trailers, I think the shield is actually going to get snagged closer to the end, and it might actually dip into a film. So I think besides the John Walker heel turn, I think he's going to be turning heel and pissed off because they're going to steal the shield from him, and that's going to lead into the next story.
Yeah. I think that's all accurate. Here's one thing I think is going down. We're definitely headed to Wakanda.
Right.
We're going to Wakanda. We got that introduced at the end there, okay?
Yep.
Obviously, Bucky's an adopted son of Wakanda now. He's the White Wolf.
He's the White Wolf.
I think we're headed there, and I think we talked about this before, but I think I don't think Sam's going to take the juice if he gets the opportunity, which obviously is a problem because he's just human, Right. That's one thing. He's pretty vulnerable. I could see them going to Wakanda and maybe Sam getting some new tech in Wakanda from Shuri, maybe a new wingsuit.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
I think that would, him having an Iron Man level suit, but obviously this in Wakanda, a Shuri suit, a Black Panther type suit, really, evens the odds for him.
Yeah.
If you've got that power, That'd be dope. I think
Oh,
I would like to see that. I think it's headed that way.
I pray you're right, because
Yeah.
that's going to be amazing to go back
And
to
maybe
Wakanda.
a posthumous appearance by Chadwick Boseman. I don't know. That would be rough, but if we're headed to Wakanda, he's there, right? So,
yeah,
and they
he's
shot
there.
this quite a while ago. So,
There's
I
going
don't
to be
know.
some precipitation.
If that
in this
happens, I don't want
area.
to start rumors. And also Mephisto, but I'm just kidding. But like, no, but I'm just saying, it seems like we're headed there, and it would have been feasible to do. And I don't know. We'll see what the rumor boards say. But
I mean, they definitely set it up. So let's
Yeah.
see if they finish it off. But so, what do you guys think? Are we going to see T'Challa? Are we going to see Shuri? Are we going to see Old Man Cap? No matter who we see, it's going to be awesome, and we're going to be right here talking about it. And all you have to do is hit like, subscribe, and share with your friends. That is the holy trinity of YouTube, and you'll get the scoop from Mario and I. So other than that, we'll see you next time, and we'll see you down the road.